I don't want that orientation. Oops. Yes, I'm live, but I'm trying to figure this out. This is not what it used to be. Oops. When I did live streams a long time ago. Nope, I don't want a green screen. No, oh my God, what is happening? Give me a minute, guys. If you can hear me, give me a minute. I'm trying to change the orientation like I did that one time and I'm not. Rotate device back. Why is orientation locked? Hold on, you guys. This is not. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know why it's doing this. Wow, this kind of sucks. Hi. Okay. I thought I had this ready to go. Why can I not change the orientation? I may have to do it the other way as opposed to what I had planned. Oh well. Let's try to do this. I don't know what it's doing. Let's see. Man, this doesn't work the way it used to. Oh. Let's see if it catches up. Well, nothing has to be perfect, right? Let me see if I can catch up to where I'm looking at myself. Okay. I see me. Let's see. Hello, hello. Let's see who joined in. I'm trying to read your name with my... Is that Kelly? Is that Kelly? Did I get that right? My glasses don't work that well. I need new prescriptions, so I gotta get old lady glasses. Hi, love! Surprise again! Oh, is that a Julian? Julian. And my son just texted me. My son's name is Julian. Wow, that's nuts. Okay, guys. Thank you for being here. Let me get situated because that's fucking crazy shit. I can't talk to my son right now. Anyway, I usually have a wider angle. This is not how it used to be. Look, I didn't even get my Aphrodite on and my other stuff and my Mary Magdalene. Anyway, this is live stream at its finest, guys. Does not have to be perfect. This is real. This is raw. I'm not even going to edit this. There's no fucking point in editing this because that's not being authentic, right? So I like things to be all ready to go, and I've done live streams before, but I don't know why the orientation doesn't work so that you can see the rest of my altar, my table here. Oh my God. But anyway, I'm going to give some people a few minutes. Yeah, I can't... Listen, Mr. Spallis, S. Palace, 41213. I will text him in a bit. You can't tell me what to do. It's so funny how he's just texting me at this time. I can text him from my my laptop, but it's funny because we were talking earlier. So anyway, I'm gonna give people a few minutes. I'm trying to kind of reorientate myself because I wasn't expecting the whole orientation of this video to look like this, so it kind of threw me out of alignment for a minute. But I guess I can start talking about what this entails. If you didn't read the description in the if you didn't read the description box, this is going to be about the space between the eclipses. My guidance is to illuminate everyone who comes across this live stream or the replay later as to what needs to be brought to your attention. As we already went through the total solar eclipse in Leo, we're still in those energies. It's still eclipse season. The next one is the partial lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 28th of August. So I was guided to do this, especially since I had the free time to do it, since some schedule changed again. And I'm going to do some channeling first of all. It is going to be interactive, but not in the way that you think. I am not doing personal readings on these things. If you want a personal reading, the link is in the description box. You can go to thelifeilluminator.com and book something online if you feel you need something for yourself. But I am going to be asking people here some things to help you to participate, because this is not me telling you what the future is. It's not me telling you what to do. I'm giving you the guidance. It's not me saying, oh, well, look at this stuff in between eclipses and blah, 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 and giving you, it's supposed to give you what you need to hear at this time, not what you want. A lot of this has to do with spiritual growth. A lot of this has to do with alchemical evolution is what I call it. And I'm here to illuminate certain things for you. And I'm here to really guide you to gain the wisdom that's hidden in plain sight. Okay? I've been there, done that. There are a lot of things that I couldn't see. We're all human. Some things, sometimes I'm still illuminated by things, right? This is a learning experience. We're here to learn, and we're supposed to support each other in the learning and healing process. So I'm going to do some channeling. I do have some cards here. I am not doing tarot. If you're expecting me to do tarot, I'm not doing that. I was not called to pull those cards in this session. So if you're looking for that, you can go ahead and say, oh, well, this is not, what I thought it was. That's fine. It's not for you, but you are more than welcome to stick around, because I have oracle cards here that they want me to utilize for part of this channeling. Every now and again, as I'm guided, I'm going to ask those of you who are in the chat what it is that the angels and the guides and God want you to participate in. Okay? Later on, I am going to ask about what it is that you guys would like more illumination on. If you want to know the categories, they are in the description box. You can check them out right now if you want to kind of get an idea as to what you want more insight and illumination on based on those categories that are in the description box. When it is time to come to that part, I will ask you guys which one of those categories you would like some more insight on and some guidance, okay? So that's how this is gonna go. My guides told me before I started to do this that they want me to go with the flow. There's no true agenda. I'm just giving you an overall basis as to how I'm thinking of how this is going to be disseminated, how this is going to go. But as usual, I've done live streams before on another channel, and this is more about being led by the Holy Spirit, being led by my guides and my angels, being led by what they want me to do, right? I'm at their mercy. I'm the one who is being called to channel the messages for all of you, okay? So let's see. Oh, thank you, Kelly, for the comment about the necklace. Thank you guys for being here. I'm glad you guys are here. Hello, Michelle. I'm looking at the chat right now, so if you see me looking to my right, looks like it's your left. That's me looking at my chat. Virgo here. Your birthday's coming up, Michelle. Happy early birthday to you. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what's going on here. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna get ready to do some stuff. I'm gonna text some things right now. Hold on. All right. I want all of you guys to kind of get to a centered state. Kind of try to turn off your notifications, your distractions, because you're going to get more of a benefit from this if you're at a peaceful state. Try as best as you can. I'm not saying that this is not going to be beneficial for you if you're not, but your attention is being asked of at this time so that you can really immerse yourself into what the guides, the angels, and everybody's going to be talking about, okay? So they're having me ask all of you who are in the chat, who those of you who are still here, because I realize some people just jump on and then they just drop off because they want it now. If you're the type of person who wants something now, this eclipse season is kind of gonna do you in, because there's something here. Well, eclipse seasons can like drastically change for something for you right away, as we all know. It's beyond our control, right? But if you're expecting something to happen the way you want it now, you want it fast, you can't sit in, you can't be patient, you can't like be in a peaceful still state, things are going to pass you by and you're going to miss a lot of the important things, which is why I talk about getting you to see wisdom hidden in plain sight, okay? But my guides are asking for those of you who are in the chat to put down what you've been experiencing right now during this eclipse season. If you are watching the replay of this, you can put it in the comments and share your experiences if you feel drawn to do that. But this is part of the interactive thing right now. What have you been experiencing? Anything occur for you on the 12th, which was just a couple of days ago of August? Are you sensing something? Are you anticipating something, right? I'm supposed to also help everyone in this live to kind of try, again with the interactive piece, to boost your abilities, to boost your gifts and your own talents, because we all have intuition. We all have spiritual gifts, right? And this is supposed to help you to amplify those things, to kind of connect with others and kind of to maybe give you reassurance that your intuition is correct, or, you know, to get you to tack on to what you may be picking up on, okay? So let me go check the chat to see if anyone is mentioning anything. Hi, Erica. She retracted your message. Yeah, I'm fine, Erica. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody for being here. This is so funny. Like, people come in right away, then they like drop off, but that's not my problem. I'm glad you're doing great. So, Erica, do you have anything that you want to share about maybe what you've been experiencing during the eclipse season? Anybody else? I'm just going to continue on with this to see, what you guys are experiencing. Again, this is the interactive part. This is not going to be your typical live interactive collective reading where I'm just going to automatically pull cards and just tell you what you want to hear, like I said earlier, or just give you the guidance and the insight right away. This is not how I operate, and I'm not for everybody. I'm just gonna say that flat out, and usually what happens towards the end of my live streams, really big things tend to happen, and that's where people who stick around, they get a lot of the surprises, the good surprises. They get a lot of the things that they were just like, oh my gosh, this is what I needed to hear, this is what I needed confirmation on, because my guides do not do it where I'm like just hitting the ground running when I start these things, because that helps me to, it's not helping me, it's my guides telling me that it's weeding out the people who this is not meant for. I mean, to be very honest, I mean, I love anyone who comes through here, but if they're just like, they want the tea now, they're just not meant for this live stream, or maybe they just can't do it now, they want to watch it later. So that's kind of like what I want to put out there, because I'm not like all the other channelers or anything like that. So if anybody again wants to put in the chat, if they don't want to share what's going on, that's okay. You want to keep it to yourself, that's fine. Now, if you're still watching this and you're answering the question of what's going on right now, sit with that by yourself. If you don't want to talk about, because maybe some of you are going through some shit right now. I know there are a lot of people, their world has been being torn upside down. There are a lot of relationships that are falling apart, they're ending. People's true colors are showing. Some of you are starting to realize that the relationships and the friendships that you have right now, you don't resonate with anymore, or maybe you're really tired. You're starting to realize, you know what? I don't want to be part of this job. I don't want to be in this group. I don't want to, really participate in this. It could even be your job. All right. So, yeah, Erica, like, why is your brother yelling? Again, like, try to not let that distract you. I'm asking, what is this? What are you experiencing right now in these eclipse seasons? For those of you who are going to share with the rest of us, that's where my guides are going to give you some added support. See, this is why some people are already missing out on things. When I say I'm not doing personal readings, that's not what I'm doing. You may get some added benefit if you are the one who participates. Now, even if you feel a little bit reluctant or shy to share, that's okay, and I may pick up on something for you. But this is more of when we're putting stuff in the chat and we're integrating into this live stream, you could very well be going through something that someone else is going through, and then either they'll watch the replay and watch the commentary later, or you just don't know who else you're going to help. This is why I've been called to do these things. A lot of the times when people do these live readings and stuff, it's like, oh, I'm going to get a personal. Oh, they're just going to whip out all the cards and I'm going to see, what my fortune is and what the prediction is. I don't do that. I don't do that. And I don't need to do that. There's plenty of other channelers and spiritual teachers and readers who do that shit. That's not me. I have oracle cards here, but I'm not going to go that route. So, I guess I'll just go through the chat later and I'll just continue to channel what I'm being guided to channel. So, what I'm picking up on with the illumination of what's going on during these eclipses, okay? I put a lot of videos out there on my YouTube channel. If you haven't watched those, I highly recommend that you do. It's more of, we're really learning about the ego here because the South Node is in Leo now and the North Node is in Aquarius. Okay? Major shifts are happening here. A lot of us are starting to realize we are here for others. It's not just about us. And when it's not just about me, it's more Aries, but Leo is a fire sign. Leo is like the sister, sign of Aries. They're both fire. This is more about not being overly prideful and saying, well, I have to get the success. I have to get the accolades. And, this is not to say that you can't be successful, but we can all be successful as a collective unit. But this is more about sometimes you're going to have to put yourself aside for the benefit of others. And that's where the sacrifice comes in. But there's also being led by the heart, because Leo is tied to the heart, right? And we're being asked to participate in leading with the heart. And when we do that, we're being our true authentic selves. We're being our unique, weirdo Aquarian selves, right? It's like a little bit out there. We don't conform to the masses. We're going to be doing things that are different. And sometimes it's hard to find the courage and the confidence in to do that. Just like I was talking about earlier in these live streams, right? It's kind of funny because there are people, people were already in the chat and like doing all these things. I'm not seeing anything in the chat. And I'm going to be honest, I'm looking at who's watching and it's like one person's watching. So it's kind of like, oh, okay. But that is to get me to continue to follow what I've been guided to do. Because, and I probably said I'm not doing tarot, and some of you guys, some people probably just jumped off when I said that. And that's fine. The people who are meant to be here are meant to be here. And so, again, I'm the prime example of what this eclipse season is doing. You need to trust in yourself and believe in yourself and follow your heart, especially with your intuition, what your guides, your angels, God, the divine, the creator are telling you to do, right? It's like God said, I want you to go live tonight, and I want you to do these things, and I want you to conduct it this way, but we want to give you an agenda. We want you to go with the flow. And they said, don't pull any tarot cards or whatever, right? Because people assume that readings tie into tarot. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I used to read that. But this is more about also channeling can be part of reading. Oracle can be part of readings, right? I'm not here to be like Zoltar and be your fortune teller. This is not what these things are about. This is about illumination. It's about wisdom. It's about knowledge. And the people who have the patience and the time and the wanting, if you will, to experience that, they're the ones who are going to maximize the most profound benefit of this live stream and whatever other live streams I may do, because I may do other ones like these. And it's funny because a little bit of my past is coming back in my Capella Wellness days, where I used to have a free reading list and a paid tarot reading list, and I did channeling, I did a collective reading, and then I did personal readings after that, right? And it's kind of interesting because I had such a huge audience at that time, and it was glorious. But I've ascended so much in the past 5-6 years that I'm doing something that is more aligned with who I am now, my ascended self, my more intelligent self, my more wise self, so that I can really get people to start moving away from the old ways of doing things. And that includes like live interactive collective readings where everyone's like, oh cool, I'm gonna get something and this and this. Oh wait, this is not for me. But again, if you were drawn here, there's a reason for that. We all know that. And the unfortunate thing is, some people are going to miss a blessing, miss an answered prayer, or something that's going to click, or some confirmation that they needed. In between these eclipses, we're really needing to see what is just not aligned with us. The South Node is the karmic point. It's where our comfort is. It's where our familiarity is. It's our karmic patterns. And it's very hard to break away from them, because Leo is a fixed sign. I'm a Leo rising in the Leo North Node. Look, I'm not exempt from this, because for a lot of times I was like, oh man, you know what? This is hard to change, right? My sun sign is a mutable sign, so that helps me a bit. But with my rising sign and my North Node being Leo as a fixed sign, you know, when I was younger, I remember I hated change, and it was hard for me to change things. And even sometimes it's kind of like, ooh, I need to get out of my comfort zone. I need to change the way I'm doing the way I'm doing videos and readings and live streams and all these other things, conducting my business. I'm getting this thing where it's work smarter, not harder, right? And for a lot of us, what we're in right now is before the Pisces eclipse comes in, we're needing to understand what needs to fall away. And it could be something where it's a prideful thing where like, no, I don't want to change that. I don't want to leave that job. I don't want to leave that relationship. I don't want to follow my heart. It's easier for me to be the follower and not the leader, right? It's easier for me to conform to the masses and to be like everybody else, because I don't want to ruffle feathers. I want to shine my light. I don't want people to see me for who I am, you know, because listen, I'll tell you right now, with me and my changes and what I've been doing now, what I've done, how I've grown, you know, I lost practically everything, okay, to include friendships and the co-worker relationships that I had, the career that I had as a systems engineer working for the DoD, all these things. I've lost a house. I no longer have my car. I was being asked to donate it. I don't have an income right now. There's a whole bunch of things that changed for me. And I lost 90% of my possessions, right? And then all these things were falling away. And that was very hard, because I was becoming the person that God wanted me to be. But at the same time, with the stuff that I was losing, I was gaining wisdom. I was gaining peace and vitality and a lot more freedom in my life, where I don't have to always wake up to an alarm or or to answer to a boss or to have a commute and things like that. And it's amazing with the salary that I used to make. And I don't make that anymore right now, obviously. I don't make anything, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. And what the biggest blessing was is that, you know, I still have, you know, family still there to pour in. My son has always been a big blessing, but the other big holy grail that came in was the partner that I'm in a relationship with now, and God exceeded my expectations with that. And when I started to realize that it's the little things that count, and in order for me to have this beyond incredible relationship with this man, it supersedes everything that I've lost. And with the depth that we have, the connection that we have, and how God plays into that relationship, and how we're able to overcome all these crazy hardships and challenges, that requires a lot of energetic space. It requires a lot of energy. And I know for me, it was helping me to realize that, you know, there are things changing in my life. And even though I've lost all these things, and it was hard and it was difficult and there were struggles and it was painful at times, but God's like, well, that's not part of you anymore. And the change is always the hardest thing, but it's constant. Without change, we don't grow, we don't evolve, we don't learn, we don't gain wisdom. But there's also, without that change, moving from your south node to your north node, we won't receive the true desires of our hearts and the blessings that God has for us that are beyond our expectations. Everyone wants to talk about manifestation. I want to manifest this house and this relationship. Let me tell you, I tried to do all that manifestation stuff, but it didn't really work out for me. There was a time where I manifested something, and then I realized that's not what I thought it was going to do. When I tried to manifest all of these subscribers on my first YouTube channel, and you know, my shorts were blowing up when shorts came in, and then the videos were blowing up, and then all of a sudden I reached the goal of subscribers, but then they weren't listening to my long form content. They wanted the short form stuff. They wanted the easy route. They wanted the quicker microwave Amazon Prime content. And I said to myself, wow, I actually manifested, I wrote it down, right? And I believed in it and it happened. I'm like, well, that's not fulfilling. It's not fulfilling. And this is why with this transition in the nodes, right? I'm looking at, well, it was a thing for me, but I wanted more people. I thought that when I got more subscribers or these things, that it was going to move me to the next level on YouTube, that I was probably going to get more sales, or that more people were going to watch my stuff, which is what I really wanted. But then it didn't happen that way. And so that is a huge lesson for a lot of you based on my own experience, you know, because everybody wants to be manifesting things. Oh, the eclipses were supposed to bring new beginnings, and it's supposed to change stuff for you for the better, and you're going to come into money, and you're going to find whatever that is, right? Eclipses do change things. But what happens is the eclipses change the things that we don't want to see, that we don't want to acknowledge. That's the harder thing to swallow. It's the harder thing to understand about ourselves. And I know for me, it's been a challenge, but every time there's a massive change. Every time I start seeing things about myself or seeing the world, you know, even like my relationship with my partner, saying, you know what, this change isn't as hard as it used to be. These eclipses, no matter what signs they are in, they're helping us to be more adaptable to the changes, right? And Aquarius is also a fixed sign, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe it is, right? So we've got a lot of fixed energy. Fix it, fix it, fix it. We want God to fix it. We want the angels to fix it. We want the astrology to fix it. But are you fixing? Are you doing something for yourself to change the thing that you want to be fixed? Are you the one who's actually participating in your own life? You gotta be the change you wish to see. We've heard this before. Michael Jackson is a huge proponent of that. Right? Man in the mirror. I'm asking him to make that change, right? If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, then make the change. This message has been going around for God knows how long, right? But it seems like we're still fixed. It seems like we're still not really making that our mantra. It's got to be about me. I want the success. I want this thing for me, as opposed to being more for the collective, for helping those in need, right? It's like all the content I put out there is for free. This live stream is for free, right? I have donation links there, and you feel like you want to make a donation, great, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna have me do more live streams, or I'm gonna give you a personal reading or something like that. No. I'm doing this because it needs to be channeled out there to the masses. It needs to be disseminated, right? I'm taking time out of my Friday evening while my partner is engaging in something tying to a dream of his, and I'm saying I could have been doing all these other things. I had my fun earlier in the day, did my thing, and God's like, and the angels are saying, we need you to sit and do the work so that you can get these messages out to people. And it's funny because, the temptation is there to go back to the past, where it's like, okay, well, I can do, pull a tarot or just go straight to the readings and stuff. No, I've been there, done that. I can't go back to who I used to be, because then I'm going to get back out of alignment. I'm not going to be my authentic self. I'm not going to be aligned with God's purpose for me. And I'm going to continue to try to people please, right? Or continue to try to conform to the masses and give the people what they want, right? And the thing is, the reality is that what people want isn't exactly what they want. They're missing the things that they really need at this time. This is why I'm doing this live stream. It's something that you need, not something that you want. It's something that you're just hoping for, making everything easier. It's like, oh, cool, like the eclipses, and what's going to happen next, because somebody had put in the chat what is happening, right? I'm talking about what is happening. I'm already doing that right now. What is happening? This is exactly what's happening. And this is so telling, because what's happening is that people aren't willing to change. People aren't willing to be patient. It's not everybody, though, to really get the word, to get what they need, not what they want. And people are thinking, it's like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to get something out of this, right? I need to see what's going on. But I'm needing people to grow. I'm here to illuminate what's happening. And we're needing to really understand ourselves better and say there's got to be a balance between what it is that we want and what it is that somebody else wants. And I'm learning that myself, with a whole bunch of other things. I can't always go around and be like, okay, I have to acquiesce all the time or give people what they need all the time, whatever. There's got to be a balance. And that is where you find that pure state of bliss, when you can balance that out. And it's not always going to be perfect, right? It's just not. That's the reality. But the thing is, it's more of, you start to say, it's a good thing to be there for people and to kind of set your things aside and look at the other person and say, okay, what is it that they need at this time, right? What is it that they need at this time? And so it's one of those things where we're needing to go do things differently and to not worry about what everybody else thinks. And I'm going to say the first live stream that I did on this account, on my Life Illuminator account, no one sat in the live stream, not one person. And I thought that was very interesting. And then my ego was coming in. And I'm thinking, why am I even doing this, God, angels? Why? There's nobody here, right? But later on, some people watched the replay. But the bigger thing is, if even one person gets something out of this live stream, I've done my job. Because someone needs this. I can totally shut this off right now and say, fuck this shit. Everyone just left, blah, 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 blah. Hello? I need to, man, this is so bad. Demerer, I got the last part. The one who just came in. I can't really read because my glasses aren't working that well. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. I appreciate your time and being here. So welcome, welcome, welcome in. Anyways, I was saying, it's like I can totally shut this off right now and be like, fuck this shit. Nobody's watching. Why am I even bothering with this? Why am I even continuing to record myself when I can go do something else, right? I can, whatever. There's so many other things I can do right now. It's Friday night, right? Whatever. You know, I can go make some more beaded bracelets. I can go, my energetic compositions. I can go do my own personal reading for myself. I can go work more on my business website. I can go watch a movie, whatever. I can, whatever that is, right? But that's not what I'm being called to do. And even though it's not turning out the way that I expected, right, the way I was hoping, I still need to stay true to myself and stay true to my path and what God and the angels have asked me to do. And that's what I'm doing. And a lot of you are probably having a hard time with that. It's like, what's the point? Why am I even here? This is supposed to be for my benefit. I'm supposed to get the glory. I'm supposed to get the recognition, right? I want the views. I want the subscribers. I want the followers. I want the sales. I want the praise. I want the friends. I want. But what is that really going to do for you in the end? And when you continue to persevere and you don't give up and you say to yourself, you know what? I'm dancing like nobody's watching. I'm the last person standing. And it's like I'm talking to myself here, right? In most cases, because there could be some people just like sitting in the sidelines. I can do this and continue to do this because it's what I love to do. And that while people may not be watching this right now, somewhere later, or maybe half an hour later, someone will pop in here later, whatever. I don't know. It may end up being that someone here is going to get what they needed. And it's going to really change their lives. Because now I'm hearing some people, they're wanting to sit in on this, but they're having fun, because that's what I said on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, I highly recommend that you do the Life Illuminator on Instagram. My Frivolity Friday readings, right? Maybe some people are following that guidance that I gave out today, and they're having some fun, and they're going to watch this live stream later, and it's going to actually hit them in their heart space. It's actually going to support them. It's going to give them what it is that they really needed, that they didn't really know that they needed. And so, you know, this is also for me, do the second live stream that I'm doing, and then it started with all these people hopping in, and now all these people hopping out because it's not what they expected, but the show must go on. How many of you are going to continue to do what you've been asked to do? You're going to follow your heart. You're going to do the different thing. And even if it's not the popular thing, that's okay. Because what people are not realizing is that the unpopular thing, the unconventional thing, the Aquarius North Node that we're in right now, right? The unconventionality, the things that other people aren't doing, your uniqueness, your authenticity, showing the world who you really are, what you really do, and doing it your way, right? Like the I Want It That Way song that I was singing in the reel on Instagram. I want it that way. you're saying that you want it a certain way. I want my tarot reading. I want you to do this live stream this way. I want this reel to be this way. No. You can't expect someone to always conform to you and you get what you want. And I'm not going to give you what you want either. And this is so different because it was so, I never used to be that way. I never used to be that way. I never was that way. I had to like, oh, they like this. Oh, we'll do that. Oh, everybody else is doing this. Everybody else is doing that. Let me do that too, right? It's like with fashion trends and things, everybody's wearing these pants and these jeans and these tops and these shoes and whatever. I'm like, I'm just gonna go follow my heart and do the bold, brave thing and just dance to the beat of my own drum. But the thing is, with that bravery with Leo and following your heart and really having the courage to stand out and to really shine your light in a way that people may not think is popular or likable, that is going to be your ticket maybe to fame, your ticket to wealth in all forms, which includes monetary wealth, right? You just don't know when you're doing things so differently. I'm seeing Lady Gaga for some reason, right? And people gave her a lot of shit because she was weird and her monsters and, you know, her music and whatever, the way she was dressing, like, Lady Gaga is just like off the wall. It's very, very, very Aquarian. But look at the successes she's made. She's like, I don't give two shits what anybody thinks, what the industry thinks, what the fans think, what the news thinks, what social media thinks, right? She's doing it her way. But the big thing was funny, Lady Gaga's coming in. I'm hearing the applause song. Applause to the people who are following their heart and doing the unconventional thing. And doing the unpopular thing. And while people aren't going to like you, people aren't listening, people aren't watching, you're doing it anyway. You're shining your light anyway. You are in the spotlight. But what's going to happen is the angels and God see this because you're in alignment with who God made you to be. And you're becoming someone that you never thought you would ever be. That is where the miracles of biblical proportion come in. That is where you start to really have an incredibly peaceful, joyful, blissful, fulfilling life, which also leads to having these harmonious and beautiful relationships. And by the grace of God, I've got that one in the bag. So I can check that one off. So I know I'm doing something right. I did something. I did what I needed to do for myself, not what other people wanted. I did what was right for me. And a lot of people didn't like it. My family doesn't really like it, or they had a hard time at the beginning with it, right? It's you know, other, even clients, my former clients of mine didn't like it at one point or something, and you know, stuff started to drop off when I started to change. People dropped off when I changed, and that's okay because that is allowing me to attract the people who are loyal. That is strong Leo energy. The people who love my uniqueness, who applaud my uniqueness, right? Again, Lady Gaga, she doesn't give two shits what anybody says about her, but she has these fans who adore her to death, right? She's like, awesome. I've got my posse. I've got my group. I've got these people. They love me for who I am. Great. The others who don't, screw you, type of thing. You want the people who are going to be loyal to you, but you got to be loyal to yourself. And this is where, when you may be having loyalty issues, or people who don't support you through thick and thin, that's probably because they're mirroring you, because you may not be loyal to yourself and who you really, really, really are. I mean, who you really are. Your full, authentic self. The true, raw you. Who are you? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question right now. Who are you? Really? Some of you think you know who you are, But things are changing. We just changed nodes. You think you're like this, you think you like to dress like this, you think that you're that way, you think that you're this way, or you're being someone because of what other people think you are. And that's very hard. It's like the caterpillar in the chrysalis. It's got to struggle before it becomes that butterfly. It knows that it can no longer be the caterpillar anymore. Because if it doesn't do what nature has asked it to do, and it doesn't go through that struggle, it's going to die. It will never become the butterfly. It will never become what God intended for it to be. This is exactly where we're in right now. And it sucks. And a lot of people don't like it. And if you haven't already experienced it already, you're going to experience it. You're going to realize this is not who I am. This is not what I like anymore. This is not what I really want to do. I don't want to be on these platforms. I don't want to have these friends. I don't want to do this job anymore. I'm getting very strongly, a lot of you are losing motivation. It's lackluster. You just don't have the spark anymore. There's no fire. There's no fire. And that's a hard thing to realize. It's like when I realized my 20 years of being a systems engineer, before I was an intelligence analyst, and I was just, let me do this. Right before the pandemic happened, I'm like, I don't even want to do engineering, computer science anymore. That's my background. This is bullshit. I'm bored. It's not fun for me anymore. It's not enlightening. It's not fulfilling for me anymore. And that is okay. And God said, it's time for you to go, Jessica. It's time for you to quit this. I've got bigger things for you. But that doesn't mean that my tech background is not going to be part of what I do now. It's expansion. It's realizing you have all these other gifts and talents. You are capable of doing something the world has never seen. That's very Aquarius energy compared with the Leo energy. You gotta have the boldness and braveness to go do it. Fortune favors the brave and the bold. Without change, there's no evolution. Can you imagine if, we didn't have Steve Wozniak or, Steve Jobs and the whole thing with the smartphones and stuff? Computers, the technology that we have? People saying, you're supposed to graduate from college. Oh, you're supposed to do it this way. That's never going to work. That's never going to fly. Who's going to utilize an iPhone? You're going to put all this stuff in a phone? What is that? And look where we're at right now. Look at how it's changed the world. The people who see things differently, the people who do things differently, they're the ones who are going to be at the fucking top. If you're doing what everyone else does and you keep doing the same thing and you know you're not aligned with it, then you're going to stay where you're at. You want to do something big, you want to see some amazing things and just have your life change for the better. You can't keep doing the same things over and over again, right? It's like, wasn't that what I said about insanity? You may be trying to reinvent the wheel, or you're trying to force something to happen the way you want it because you want all the control. That's a shadow side of Leo. I need to have it done this way for me because that's the way I want it, right? I want it that way, the Backstreet Boys. No, I want it my way. Like Burger King. We're not going to be in a Burger King world. Have it your way? There's a fine line between having it your way and having it the way that God intended. And that's where it gets fuzzy, the gray area with how you're going to align. When God's way, the universe's way for you, starts to become your way of living, your way of being, your way of singing, your way of writing, your way of whatever that is you're being asked to do, your way of cooking, your way of whatever. Life becomes so much easier when we do that. So much easier. But it's going to take a lot. And maybe for these eclipses, for a lot of you, the rug is going to be pulled from under you. Because a lot of you don't want to make the change. You want it your way. You want to control things. Or your shadow side's kicking in where you're afraid to step out of your comfort zone. To be who you really are. To be exceptionally different. You're afraid to lose your friends. You're afraid to lose your followers. Maybe you already have social media, or you're a celebrity or an artist or something like that, or you have this following, you have been doing these things, you've had this career for 20, 25, 30, 40 years, whatever. You're in this job and it's like, I fucking hate it. And if it's getting worse for you, if it's a struggle to get to work, if you get to work and it's just like the energy is shit, and you're fighting with people, or people are sabotaging you, or people are not valuing you, or honoring the work that you do, whatever that is, it could be relationships, it could be friendships, it could be your job. Because this is what happened to me. That was a massive sign for me to exit. God said, this is not for you, Jessica, anymore. You need to do what I need you to do. And what I need you to do, everyone's going to look at you like you're a fucking idiot. Everyone's going to look at you like, what? Why would you do that? And it was not easy in the least bit. And I didn't really have the true support from human beings at the time. Probably have one client of mine who really got me through it. Just one. My friends disappear, my coworkers disappear. Nothing against my family because I still love them unconditionally. They were just like, I got support, but there was judgment. And that sucked. But it was part of my healing. And I started to realize how strong I really was, but I had to find that strength in God. I had to really start working more with God and the angelic realm and my higher self, and really understanding that I can get through anything, no matter how painful, with grace, and I can still do that to this day. Right? I can still do that to this day. No matter what life throws at me, sure. I can cry about it, or I can be angry about it, but I have to let those emotions out. It's part of the healing. I can't suppress that. I can't repress that. But then I always know, wholeheartedly, that it's my alchemical evolution. It's another form of me, experience of me going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. From the nymph to the dragonfly. Right? All those types of, there's so much wisdom in nature. What I'm getting is that those who stand out the most, right? Isn't there a Dr. Seuss quote? Why try to fit in when you were born to stand out? Everyone was born to stand out. But everybody wants to do the popular thing, the trendy thing. Like, I start laughing when it says trending. You know, for me, nowadays, and my moon's in Aquarius, so this eclipse season, this year alone has been like, wow, it's been hitting my chart in some amazing ways, okay? When I see the trending thing, I'm like, what does that mean? I don't want to be trending. It's like going viral. You know, you can go viral or you can be trending in a very different way by doing the complete opposite. By not doing what everybody else does. It's like that owl thing on TikTok. And I have an issue with TikTok, but that's just me. All these people doing the owl TikTok thing with the who, whatever. I'm like, oh my God, this is getting so boring. That's my opinion. That's how I look at it. There's no knock on the people who follow those things, but why do you want to imitate? You start to become a robot when you try to imitate what everybody else is doing. You start to program yourself, and you start to lose yourself in the process. Eminem's coming through. You start to lose yourself in the process. I mean, look at Eminem. I mean, look how different he is. He still is. And you know how many people hate that guy? They really dislike him. They said all this shit about him. He's like, you can't touch me. This is what I do. This is me following my heart. This is me putting myself out there. My truth, my authenticity, my Marshall Mathers, right? And look what he's done for himself. Because he followed his heart. And a lot of people said he wasn't going to get anywhere, right? Look at all the stigmas. Look at all the nuances. Look at all the judgments. Look at all the obstacles that he overcame. There's so many people who are like that. J.K. Rowling, you're writing a book about wizards and stuff and magic. It's not going to get anywhere. Nobody's going to be reading that. Nobody's going to be interested in that. Listen, fortune favors the brave. If you don't start to realize the patterns now, it's time for you to wake up and start realizing them, because it's like, look at the track record. Look at the track record. You really want to have some freedom in your life and some live incredibly. This eclipse season is asking us to not do what you've been doing. To lose those friendships and those relationships and those things that are just like, you know what, that's not me. And some of you are realizing that was never me. And that's a hard thing to face. It's a hard truth to understand, but also embody. And what a lot of people don't know is that when they start to allow the change to come in and to start to do things differently, someone out there is going to see it. Just like J.K. Rowling, just like Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, just like Eminem, and so many other people. I'm hearing Keanu Reeves now. I love that dude. He's like an amazing celebrity. Humble, really nice guy. He loves his work. He knows his worth. But he doesn't have to live a celebrity life, right? But you look at all those people that I mentioned. There's so many more people. Someone loved them for who they are and their work. They saw some spark. They saw the potential. And they believed in that. That's where the magic happens. And they all didn't give up. And it took them a while to get to where they are now. That is part of this, with this Leo fire energy, to keep going. Even when the flame starts to diminish, the spark tends to wane, it tends to disappear. You find something within yourself to reignite it. And you say, you know what? No, I'm not stopping. I'm not giving up. It's like that Super Mario movie I was watching the other day. And when Princess Peach says, you know what your greatest superpower is? Mario's like, what? I'm not good at anything. That you don't give up. And Mario goes, I didn't realize that That was a good thing. A lot of us don't realize that that's a good thing. We don't give up on ourselves. And we don't have to push harder. We don't have to try harder. It's just following our heart, but believing in ourselves. And in the Super Mario movie, you know, like, Mario just kept going at it. He kept trying. He kept trying. He kept trying. And then he started to do things differently. And then he started to really see that he was capable. Princess Peach needed to tell him that he was a superhero. Nobody did. Not his brother Luigi. Not anybody. Not Toad. Nobody. He had to understand that for himself. And that he could actually change the world. And you see with that hero energy, he was helping other people. Mario wasn't doing that for just himself. He was illuminating everybody else. It's the same thing with all these other people who didn't give up and believed in themselves because someone saw that. And that is what really was their golden ticket. Fame, fortune, recognition, whatever. Big contracts, whatever that is, right? Being world renowned. Changing people's lives. And it's not that they've just, I need to be famous and I need to have all this money. No, that with the ego again, the lower ego, that when that's your goal, that's not where we're at right now. You're doing this to help other people, to illuminate other people, to help other people through pain, suffering, healing, their growth. Whatever it is that you're being called to do, right? Music, art, writing. But everybody wants to do it the nice way, the conventional way, the easier way. And then when it doesn't work out for them, what do? They give up. Oh, well, I'm going to go back to doing what everybody else does. Again, it's like, this is so telling for me. And I love how my guides and God and the angels do this, because I asked them, I heard, do a live stream. Okay, God, angels, what type of live stream do you want me to do? Talk about the eclipses, all right? The space between the eclipses. Okay, just a live channeling. What's the title? Put live interactive collective reading. And I said to myself, I wonder how many people are going to think it's a tarot reading. I'm going to go straight into the cards. It's exactly what I was picking up on. I am technically reading. I don't need cards. They're telling me I'm going to pull some on a few, but I don't need them to get the messages out. A lot of you don't need proof to see what's written on the card to say, oh, well, what she said was right, or like, oh, that's what I need to hear, and blah, 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 blah. That's what Spirit is saying, right? Some people here, they still need tangible proof. For what reason? For what reason? You need to see it to believe it? You need to find some credibility in something by looking at a physical card, by looking at a physical something? Some sign, some synchronicity. What this is teaching you in this live stream with the interactive part is for you to trust your intuition, for you to listen and to see what fits for you and what doesn't. What is being illuminated for you, and for you to understand the truth in it. That's why this is interactive. You're needing to listen for yourself, to think for yourself. I'm not here to dictate. I'm not here to just give you the easy way out. I am not here to just like, oh, here's a card. Oh, here, go on your merry day. Here's your guidance. Here's your whatever. Here's your sign. Here's your synchronicity. What's happening? What do you think is happening? What do you think is going on? What's going on in your world? What's going on in your space between these eclipses? Put that mirror to your face. What do you see changing? Some of what I may be saying is supposed to be confirmation for you of what's changing, of what's happening in your life, in your world. And some of you are getting hit in heart space right now and saying, oh, I don't want to face that. I don't want to change that. I want things to be the way that they are. I need this now. This has to happen my way. I want to be here by now. I want to be there by now. Look, I'm going to say it. My guys wanted me to say it. Like my partner and I, we're at 4.5 weeks of living in a hotel. We thought we would have found a place by now, and it's the funniest freaking thing with all these things not working out. Even when people say, oh yeah, you'll be fine, and you'll get this place, and blah, 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 and it's going to be easy, and it'll work out. Nope. And it's like, okay, God, surrender. Okay, I want to be here now, God. I want to be in this place now. I want that house. I want that place. I want to live here. I want to live there. God's like, nah, no. I'm getting another message for myself, and I'm like, what? But God doesn't want me to talk about it. It has to do with the living thing. But so I'm like, okay, God, thy will be done. I'm going to trust in you, but I'm going to continue to follow my heart. I'm going to continue to be obedient. I'm going to continue to do what God and the angels ask me to do. And sure, sometimes they say, okay, Jessica, we're going to have you do your own thing. Make your own decision. And don't worry about the decision that you are making. Follow your heart. Trust your instincts. If you follow your heart, there's no wrong decision. Let me repeat that. When you follow your heart and you're being true to yourself and who you really are, there's no wrong decision. Let that sink in for a little bit. Let that marinate in your salad. Somebody's eating salad. Somebody's having tea like me. I'm having Moroccan mint tea from Trader Joe's and herbal spearmint tea. And already kind of like, it's not hot anymore because I was doing all the channeling. I was kind of forgetting that it was there. So I'm hearing Robbie Williams sing like you're winning. It's one of his most glorious albums that he's ever done. Look at Robbie Williams. Now he's coming in. Look at this guy. Branched off from a boy band, a British boy band. He started to do all these interesting projects and music and the lyrics, but Robbie Williams is brilliant. Brilliant. It's like that song, Rock DJ. I don't wanna rock DJ, 'cause you're making me feel so nice. Oh, I gotta put that on my playlist for the summer. I love that album. If you've watched that video, if you haven't watched the Rock DJ video by Robbie Williams, go watch it because a lot of people were like, ew, that's gross. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. You'll see what I'm talking about. Ew, why would he do a video like that, right? Robbie was like, dude, I'm eccentric like that. This is what I want to do. This is me. You know, I'm not going to be having all these like fun, you know, loving, pleasurable videos, whatever, that people always enjoy watching. Sing like you're winning. Sing your heart out. Some of you are singers. Some of you are musicians, you're writers, or maybe you, okay, here's the thing. Some of you may be utilizing AI for your music and you think you don't have a singing voice. Now, you take this back to God. Some of you are being asked to put your voice in there somewhere anyway. There's nothing wrong with that. This whole AI thing is throwing people for a loop. Again, with Aquarius and the North Node, that's where the AI comes in. There could be something where I'm hearing you can do hybrid stuff. Because here's the thing, I don't know why AI is coming in, but this needs to be addressed. This is way not what I was expecting. A lot of people hate it because it's like it has no soul, and people are like, you know, they're faking it. And yes, there are people taking advantage of it where it's not authentic. But If you want to look at your iPhone, you want to look at Siri, is that not artificial intelligence? Do you use that shit? Your iPhone is artificial intelligence. So is your computer. The bells and whistles in your car. Okay? Those cars that drive by themselves. All right? And you want to knock on that stuff? If you're going to be the type of person to be knocking on AI, then you should go throw your phone and your Android in the fire. Go run it over with your car. You don't like that shit? That means you don't like your phone. You don't like your computer. You don't like your iPad. Whatever it is. You don't like your hybrid car. Whatever. Your Tesla. Go burn it. Go throw it away. Go run it over. Go throw it in the trash. Go give it away. But here's the thing. We can utilize that to our advantage. The innovation. We can create things faster and easier so that it can disseminate more out to the masses, so we can build these incredible things for humanity. That's Aquarius energy. You can use that to support your work. If you go to something like Claude or ChatGPT and it's like, do the lyrics for me and do the cover art and do the song and have the robot do everything, and you have no creative input, I'm not really for that too much, because where is the authenticity in it? Where is the creativity? And I know that YouTube's been not hacking down on that. We've been seeing it all over the place. Oh, it's AI, it's AI, it's AI, AI. It's fake, it's this, it's not genuine. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I'll give an example. When I put my weekly illuminations out on my Instagram, right? The card, the animal spirit card that's created in those weekly illuminations when I do my reels over there, right? Yeah, I use ChatGPT, but I have worked with this AI. I have my own theme colors. I have my own essence in it, right? I'm very, very detailed and very fucking particular. Okay, I got stellium and fucking Virgo. I mean, I detail the shit out of things. I give it specifics. I put my creative input into that stuff. And then with the affirmation, I get general guidance. And then I go to my own inner heart, my own stuff, and say, okay, I'm going to add something to this, right? Because, yeah, ChatGPT can help with anything. But no, I'm going to add this in affirmation. I'm going to take this out, add this thing, whatever. I'm going to put this spin in the caption. I'm going to put this here. I want it to the card to look like this, have these colors, whatever. And in the beginning, right, I'll do some sort of video before I transition into the animal, whether it's going to tie into the animal or not. I go by my gut. I go to God and the angels first. How do you want me to create this? The creativity also talks about my intuition. What is going to be the spirit animal for the week? I go to them. I don't go ask ChatGPT. I go by all the signs and synchronicities that I'm seeing in my world. And then I start to think about, okay, how am I going to put this out there this time? What am I going to do? Like the dolphin reel that I put on Instagram. That's my own footage of me and my partner's boss, the owner of the company he works for, and some other people. We saw dolphins on our boat ride. And that was my footage. And I wanted to do something different. God says, oh, you have this footage. Go use that. I go by what my heart tells me to do. And for my eagle reel, I was guided to do a flyover with the AI video stuff in CapCut. But I gave it the creative direction. It's like you're a freaking director of your own movie. Right? You have the vision. You write up the prompt. You have the execution of these things. You have the vision and you have something executed. And this is allowing us to utilize these tools, this technology, to take our dreams and our visions to the next level. But you're got to put your heart into it and not be afraid of that. And the other thing that's happening now, if you're wanting to utilize AI for your work or some kind of project, and you're putting your heart into it, you have the vision, you're afraid of being judged or people not liking it as much. Or oh, they're using artificial intelligence and they're not authentic and they're not real. But do you really know what's going on behind the scenes? And if you want to utilize this new technology to really build something magnificent for yourself, by all means, go do it. But you need to do it for you. But it's also not just for you because you're following your heart and you're having the courage to do it. You're doing something for the greater good of humanity. For some people to immerse themselves in a world that they've never been. For doing something to really boost other people's creativity, to boost their mood, to boost their whatever. It's like if you watch, it's more so my content on Instagram. There's so many different things that I do. I put my Frivolity Friday videos out. I put my weekly Illumination, animal spirit guidance videos out. I do all these things that I'm guided to do. Posts, reels, quotes, whatever, inspirational words, whatever it is. I have free reign of my creativity. And I'm going to use whatever I can use to support me in that. But it's my vision. It's my idea first and foremost. And if people don't like it, tough shit. But if people are being drawn to it and it's getting people to step out of their comfort zone and get out of the norm, to get out of the unconventional things, I am heading somewhere. I'm doing my purpose. I'm following what God and the angels have asked me to do. I am doing what I'm truly fulfilled in. And I want people to think for themselves. I want people to see the things hidden in plain sight. I want them to really discover, like they were a little kid, when they go out with their microphone, their little play radio, whatever, their keyboard, so this for somebody. Director's cut. I'm hearing a cut. What the hell is that thing called when you, that plaque thingy? I don't know. Right? Cut. Anyway. Your magnifying glass. Let's see what I can find out there in the grass. Ooh, ant, caterpillar, butterflies. I love watching kids, and lately it gets me emotional when I'm seeing these little kids. Ooh, see? When they get so excited. The little things that they see out in the world. The little things. The little things. Chasing ducks around, chasing butterflies, like seeing whatever, a bird, running around, enjoying life, enjoying what's around them, discovering things for themselves. But what's happening is nowadays it's like, oh, I found this and this is what I see and this is what this, and they're like, no, that's not right. No, that's not what they teach in school. No, that's not what the tree is or river is or whatever, or whatever that is. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Children have the purest of hearts before other people come in to kind of tarnish it and get them to think the way adults want to think, the way the world wants to think, the way school wants them to think, the way teachers want them to think. What is it that you see? And what are you going to do to be able to see with your spiritual eyes as opposed to your human eyes? To hear with your spiritual ears as opposed to your human ears? Are you going to trust in what you see and what you hear? Are you going to be afraid of what you pick up on? Of how you define something? Of how you see something? And someone else come in, that's not right. No, that's not what God said. That's not what religion said. That's not what spirituality is. That's not what this is. Everyone's going to have their own opinions. Everyone's going to have their own doctrines. Everyone's going to have their own belief systems. But the bigger thing here is the expansion of consciousness, is to really think about the higher mind. What else is possible? What else is out there? What else is humanity capable of? And how can we benefit each other through that? How can we be our true, brave, courageous, authentic selves and still help the world and help all of us who live in it? How are we going to make life better for the next person? Because it is possible. But we've got to get out of the normalcy. We got to get out of the conventionality and the old ways of doing things. So we're going to continue to get stuck and stagnant and just like we're not really progressing as humans, are we? Not in an individual sense, more a little bit Leo energy, and not in the collective sense, the Aquarian energy. We got to find a balance between the two. I'm going to shine my light in this way. I'm going to be my own individual true self. And I'm going to inspire other people to do the same. I'm going to lift them up. I'm going to give them the encouragement by being who I am and sharing my story and not being ashamed of who I was, where I've been, whatever that is, what I did. It's like, man, Backstreet Boys have been coming in so strongly. Like, it's funny. They're my favorite band of all time. My group. My favorite band is Journey. Let me get that straight. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love. They told me to do that whole head thing. I'm like, am I really going to do that? They said, yeah. I'm looking at myself. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway. So, right? Unconditional love. Show the world who you really are. If people are not going to love you for it, that's okay. But I guarantee, if even you have one person who loves you for your weirdness and everything that you do, who backs you up no matter what, even when it's hard for them to do so, you got it made. All it takes is just one person. All it takes is just one person. And maybe another, maybe one or two, whatever. It's like my partner. And it's amazing how he was brought into my life at the time that he came in October of 2024. Right before a whole bunch of other things changed in my life. And to this day, he still gives me the encouragement, even when it gets hard, to continue doing what I've been doing. Because I've been doing this similar type of work for the past 6 years. And I thought by this time I would be somewhere. I would have a mass following. I would have all this income, whatever, all these students and stuff. I thought I was going to have like this school and these things, by this time. But that wasn't in God's plan. I was still evolving. I was still letting go of these things, but transitioning to someone greater, someone more aligned, and discovering more gifts and talents that I had, but breaking away more from the norm. And continuing to be who God always made me to be and align more with that. And to showcase that in my work and in my teachings and in my live streams and whatever else God wants me to do, to include my energy composition bracelets. These things are very different. They're intentionally created and handcrafted. There's symmetry in this, but there's also numerology in it. The number of beads, the placement of the beads. They create a particular energetic grid based on what the purpose of each bracelet is. Everything's intentionally chosen and being led to it. They do it differently. It's not just an energy healing bracelet, it's an energetic composition. And I infuse these energies for 15 minutes before it gets sent to somebody. I'm very intentional with what I create. It's very different. It's very unique. And like my God's Covenant right here, right? People will say, well, that's a kitty looking bracelet, right? That's they want me to take it off. That's a kid bracelet. It's rainbows. It looks like for little girls. La 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 la. There's so much power in this. It's not even funny. So much power. God's presence is very profound in this. And it helps me to remain positive. It helps me to remind me of the promise that God gave me after I lost everything. And it's a reminder of that, of what the rainbow means to me, what God's covenant for me is, what our relationship represents. It reminds me to stay true to my creative talents and my abilities and how I handcraft things, how I come up with things, not just with these tangible energetic compositions, but with everything that I do. God promises me, as long as I stay on that trajectory, the blessings will continue to come in. And that's for all of you. And what are you seeing with everything that I just said? Do you see anything with this particular bracelet? With God's covenant? Is it God's covenant to you, or is it something else? What stands out to you? Right? Let me put it closer to the camera. What stands out to you? What does this mean for you? I had this in my rainbow reel. What? Oh, it's out of focus. What does this mean for you? What are you seeing? Someone said, like, someone hit the nail on the head, because it looks like a child's bracelet. Someone's like, it reminds you of something you wore as a kid, or something you saw as a kid, or your sister used to have something like this as a child. I'm hearing Rainbow Bright, Care Bears. And you're saying, maybe some of you hit it and said, I need to go back to tapping into my inner child. That's actually a big message that I got for a lot of you. If that was you that picked up with the Rainbow Bright, your sister's bracelet, or your bracelet, or something you used to wear, rainbow coloring books, you use all the colors and the all the markers in the box, all the crayons in the Crayola box, something about your sister, Care Bears, Rainbow Bright, whatever I just said. If that was you were thinking that, then you're in alignment with this. You're needing, it's confirmation for you. You're needing to trust yourself with what I asked you, what this means for you, of what you're getting when you're looking at this God's Covenant bracelet, or how you see it. If you got any of those things, then congratulations. You just got something that you needed. Maybe this could be about something you creating jewelry yourself, or creating something with your hands. Art, putting your art into tangible pieces like woodwork, or painting wood, or wood carving, ice carving, sand carving. I'm hearing a surfer for whatever reason. Someone wants to go from a surfer to like a sand carver, or they don't want to do surfing anymore. They want to get into surfing. That's for somebody specific. You want to do whittling. You want to do artwork with like a hacksaw, or what's that thing called? A chainsaw. You want to make something with pottery. Like kitchenware, pots, pans, mugs, plates, boats. Somebody wants to do boating. Somebody wants to be a captain. Somebody wants to do sailing, or take people on tour, something like that. Or somebody wants to get out of that. Yeah, there's a lot of handiwork here. you want to do metalsmithing, right? I'm seeing someone hammering some metal on some like iron or whatever, forging things. There it is. Glass blowing. Reminds me of that video I've been seeing about the lady who crochets these hats for cats, and she's like, "Do you like what I'm doing? Nobody's buying my stuff." I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know, guys. But if it is, and more power to that old lady. But something along those lines. You may have seen that advertisement, right? You're making things and nobody's buying them at your craft fairs, or you have an online store. You're putting it on Instagram or whatever that is, or you're showing it to friends and family, and I'm just like, "Well, that's not really gonna fly. Nobody's gonna buy that." Again, if you're being led by the heart, there's no wrong answer. There's no one thing that's not going to sell. Someone is going to see it eventually. God is testing your patience. God is testing your resilience and your willpower and the belief in yourself and your craft, in your giftedness, in your talent. You have to trust in what your heart leads you to do, and the weirdness that comes with it, and the oddity that comes with it. I'm hearing The Simpsons, right? Matt Groening. I'm pretty sure with that show, oh, it's not going to last as long. Like, people are going to really like this. The characters look weird, or the story's not really going to resonate with people. It's still running, is it not? A billion years later. South Park. There's so many things. There's so many examples. Break away from the norm. That's what's going on between these eclipses. Because what you do is actually going to benefit other people in a massive, massive way. And this is letting go of the fear, your ego. I'm not good enough. It's not great enough. Nobody, nobody's going to like it. Right? Again, it's like I don't want to lead. I don't want to stand out above in front. What if I make a mistake? What if it's like Moses, right? What God said to Moses, you're going to lead the people out of Egypt. And Moses goes, "I stutter. I have a speech impediment. I can't. I'm too old. Like, what are you doing, God?" Like, "No, why me?" But he chose him anyway, right? And I'm not trying to get, this is not religious. This is an example because it's written in the Bible. I'm not trying to be all Christian here, whatever, but it's an example because for some people it's going to resonate with them, okay? And God said, "No, you're here to lead." And then what happens? Moses gets the Israelites out of Egypt, and they're like, "Yeah, we're freed." And then Pharaoh changes his mind, sends the army over, then they get stuck. And it was like, "Moses, what the hell, dude? We're trapped. We're going to get killed. There's no way out of this." And Moses goes to God, "What, God, really? What, you had me do all this, and now you're ending me. I look like a failure, God. They're going to hate me. They hate me right now. They're questioning me. Like, really, God, why did you put me in this position?" God says, "Stop right there. You've done," ooh, I'm getting emotional. "You've done what I've asked you to do. You're at the point of no return. Watch me work my miracle because you listened, you were obedient, you followed my instruction, you did what I called you to do anyway. And you stuck with it." The Leo Aquarius axis. Moses is the Leo, Aquarius is the Israelites, and he's like, he had a hard time believing in himself and having the courage and the confidence to lead these people. But he had God there. He stepped out of his comfort zone. He didn't let his ego get in the way. No, because you know what? Moses had a choice. No, God, you know what? Sorry, man. Pick somebody else. I'm not going to do it. Harry Potter, same situation. Frodo, same situation. Nope, it's not me. Nope, there's no way. And they did it anyway. For the greater good of humanity. And what does God do every time? There's always some support. There's always some supernatural thing. There's always God, the divine, the creator, some higher power that comes in and turns it around and makes the impossible possible. But you gotta keep heading in that direction. And even when you feel like you're stuck, you're at a dead end, you're at the point of no return, watch what God does. That's why I said the miracles of biblical proportion, the parting of your Red Sea. They want me to say it again, the parting of your Red Sea. Let God step in after you've done what he's asked you to do, and watch what he does. He will make a way out of no way. He just needs you to continue to be led out of your enslaved state, to be let out of your conformity, of your familiarity, of what you've always known. It's time to move out. That could be in the literal sense for you. It's time to literally move. It's time to get out of that relationship, to get out of that friendship, to get out of that addiction, to get out of that whatever. Maybe some of you don't want to get help from people. You're skeptical about spiritual teachers, healers. Maybe you're skeptical about me, what I teach and what I do and what I offer, right? Something with like the pricing or the cost of things, like fake people or, you know, people who scheme or whatever. That's not what I'm doing. Because I know if I went that route, oh, God's going to kick me in the ass, right? That's not what I'm here for. And the fact that I'm not making money out of anything that I do should be a huge message to those of you who may be doubting me or something, or doubting people who do things what I do. I'm not doing this for money. I'm still doing this, and I haven't had an income, a very stable income with this stuff for years. 4 years. And I'm still here, and I'm still doing it, and I'm still pushing through my so-called wilderness season. But I don't think I'm really in the wilderness season just because I have no income. I am wealthier than most people on this fucking planet because of the freedom that I have, the belief in myself, the belief in God, the relationship I have with my partner, the health that I have, the joy that I have, and the peace. You cannot buy peace, and there is nothing on this planet that exceeds having so much peace in your life. Nothing. In my opinion, I don't see anything that exceeds that, with the exception of agape love, which is unconditional love, the highest love there is. I'm hearing it's time to pull a card. And since there's nobody in the chat, I don't have to go through that part of who wants the illumination. See, apparently people thought I was going to go straight into. Later, I'll ask viewers to choose where they want additional illumination. Right? This was going to be after I illuminate what's going on between the eclipses and what you are being asked to see before the next one. All right. I'm going to have my guides pick for me. Let's see. They want me to do 3. Healing. All right. Nope. They had me choose another one. All right. Now comes the card part. This is so funny because apparently there's only maybe one person watching. Is this going to show up the right way? Let me see. Hold on. I'm testing something here. This is not the card, or it might be for somebody. Okay. I can't see myself. I have to see myself in the thing because the mirror camera thing doesn't work if you're doing live streams on YouTube. Look, there's a green orb in my feed again. Look at that. So this is what needs to heal in the middle of these eclipses. Right before the August 28th partial lunar eclipse in Pisces comes. What illumination does a collective need with regards to their healing? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek, have 100% pure crystalline divine light. Please and thank you. Ooh, this is even a test for me, where I'm still showing up. And for the second live stream on this channel, maybe one person is here. That's what it's telling me, but there's not a big audience. But I'm still here, and I'm still getting the messages out. What needs healing? What is healing in the middle of these eclipses? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, Order of the Seraphim. There we go. All right, these are angel chakra cards. What needs healing in the middle of these eclipses before August 28th? The third eye. You can't make it up, man. I was already talking about that. The third eye. You'll know when you know. Dear one, it takes patience, practice, and trust for you to receive, translate, and integrate divine guidance. For now, ask me to help you and then turn it over to God. Trust you will know when you know. Then there will be no question about what to do unless you don't like the answer. No judgment here, only love and understanding. You can call on Archangel Zachiel to invoke him with this support, with your opening up your third eye more. Archangel Zachiel, remove all expectations and fears I have to receiving divine guidance about your situation. Help me to know the answer without question and have the strength to take the actions needed. Thank you, and thank you. I was channeling some things about this. Remove all expectations and fears I have to receiving divine guidance about your particular situation. Help me to know the answer without question and have the strength and the courage to take action when needed. The second card is your crown chakra. Merge your higher self. I'm going to let that sit with you guys for a little bit. This is Archangel Jophiel. Dear one, your higher self is an aspect of you that is ready to merge with your body to bring more awareness, wisdom, and inspiration. Ask daily for the next few days, allowing it to come around or within you. The invocation for Archangel Jophiel to support you with this is, please bring my higher self down, around, or within my body, merging with all other aspects of me. I am open to all that I am. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Merge with your higher self. You are open to all that you are. These are higher chakras. Oh my God. Crown, third eye, and now the soul star, which is above the crown. Connect to the divine. Look at that. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see this because I have no idea where this is going. Am I getting this right? Or am I pulling it away? Nope. Do I move it more over here? There we go. Okay, I have an idea now. Let me move it closer, just a little closer. There we go. This is Metatron. Connect to the divine. Dear one, many things can get in the way of your connection to the heavenly realms, which goes up from the top of your head. It is through the connection that you feel connected to something larger than yourself. Receive high frequency energetic support and creative thoughts. Take a moment to cut yourself away from the distractions of the earthly realm and receive directly from Source. I said at the beginning of this live stream to remove your distractions because you miss important guidance. You're here for guidance, but to embody it and to like really have your higher self connect with it and see, oh yeah, is this my truth? Or like, what am I really needing to know here? The invocation with Archangel Metatron is, Archangel Metatron, cut me away from the collective consciousness. Open, clear, balance, and align my soul star chakra and all other chakras above my head. Repair and clear my channels to receive love, guidance, and healing from the heavenly realms. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? Cut me away from the collective consciousness. This is why, while we're all here, I'm asking you, I'm illuminating you to cut away from what everybody else is saying in the spiritual world, the religious world, the Christian, whatever this is, and start to think for yourself, to connect with Metatron, to go above the crown chakra, to connect with the divine, with God, with the Creator. Right? This is about me teaching you that's why I said you go to God. You go to the higher power and ask that entity first. Ask the angels first. Everything around you with the collective consciousness is supposed to be confirmation. You're supposed to learn to trust your intuition and to trust the guidance that you are receiving first when you are not getting a reading, when you are not looking at anybody else and nobody else is telling you anything. You're supposed to learn when things are supposed to resonate with your soul, with the fiber of your every being. These are the higher chakras. So what's healing during these eclipses? These 3 chakras. I highly recommend you do some soul star, crown, and third eye chakra work. I'm being told to ask to guide you to go meditate and connect with the divine to see how you specifically are going to clear these things. If you're stuck, if you don't get any messages, if you're unsure, you're confused, you can always go to me, some spiritual teacher who's connected to their divine self, who is aligned with their higher self, who knows how to clear these chakras, or whatever you're led to, right? You need guidance from a mentor. Connect with that mentor, but make sure that mentor's energy channels are clear, that they tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, that actually lift you up, they illuminate you, that get you to see things that you cannot see. Someone who's just like, they're going to tell it like it is. And they're going to get you to open up your consciousness and expand it. The bottom of the deck is the sacral. Love yourself. This is the overall. You're healing as you're changing, as you're connecting to the divine and going to God first, the divine first, connecting, merging with your higher self, and really opening your third eye. You do this by loving yourself. The emotional body sits in the sacral. You're trusting your intuition. The gut feeling. The sacral's in the gut area. Learn how to trust your gut feeling, no matter how weird it is. The more practice you have with this, the more you're going to trust that you're merging with your higher self. You'll know when you know. You merge with your higher self. The stronger the bond between you and the divine will get, the more you love yourself and who you really are. Dear one, there is not one thing not to love about yourself. Self is not the roles you play. Being a mother or husband, it is not what you do for work, your feelings or thoughts. Your true self is the soul that God created. If you could see yourself as we do, you would know you are loved and loved. The invocation is with Archangel Chamuel. For this moment I give you all that I think I am. Please use whatever means to uncover, unblock, and light up my true self within me, my soul. Show me who I am as seen through your eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can't make it up. I can't make it up. You can't make it up. It's right there. It's right there. Uncover, unblock, and light up my true self within me. Show me who I am as seen through your eyes. Wow. So 4 chakras: sacral, third eye, crown, and soul star. That is quite amazing. This is just confirmation of what I channeled. That's it. I said at the beginning, I don't need the cards. Right? This is what's happening. This is what needs healing during the middle of these eclipses. If you start working on these chakras before August 28th, this Pisces eclipse isn't going to affect you as much as it's going to affect most people who aren't making the changes and seeing themselves through how God sees them. But they also need to connect with God to see how God sees them. Okay? I am going to do a reading for relationships. What's going on with relationships in the middle of these eclipses? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek, of 100% pure crystalline divine light. Please and thank you. What is happening with relationships in the middle of these eclipses? Woo! Wow. Okay, I will concentrate on my breathing. Life is cradling me like a little child, back and forth with every breath. I am safe. So this is what I'm getting. Some of you, you can breathe in your relationships. If you can breathe in your relationships, if they give you breathing room, if they give you space, you give them space, it's harmonious. You may have some challenges, but they want you to know that you are safe. Okay? For the others of you, if you are stressing about the relationship that you're in, it gives you more anxiety. It gives you more stress. You're going separate ways, like the Journey song. You're no longer resonating with each other, or, you know, maybe the love isn't exactly there, or the relationship is getting worse as opposed to getting better. You can't see eye to eye. You're not understanding each other. When you go through hardships and challenges, your relationship gets more crazy, whether it's this romantic, a marriage, a friendship, your parents, your kids. They're saying it is safe for you to leave. And you need to breathe. And you need to cradle yourself like a child, back and forth with every breath. You're getting anxious because you're wondering if you should go a different route, because somebody doesn't like you for who you really are. They don't see you the way God sees you. And it's causing more anxiety, it's causing more stress, it's causing more angst. For those of you in this part that's resonating with you, you are safe to leave the relationship. Breathe through it, go to God, connect with the divine, merge with your higher self. Look, I've been through a divorce. That was very, very hard to do. But I have the relationship I have now. And I'm not saying that the divorce was the worst thing in my life. It was challenging and it affected all of us. But it really brought a lot of wisdom, and it helped me to realize that I can't stay in a relationship where I'm not fulfilled anymore and I can't be who I really am. The other card that came out for relationships, what's going on with these eclipse seasons, is every life begins with an inhale and ends with an exhale. Between them is life itself. I inhale and exhale and feel life flowing inside of me. Wow, that's breathing twice. A lot of you need to do some breath work. A lot of you really need to stop stressing. Some of you need a breath coach or something, or a mentor who teach you breathing. I highly recommend my Illumination meditation sessions. We do breath work in those sessions. If you need some help with that, I highly recommend that you book one of those. Look, 2 cards about breathing. Inhale, exhale. Between the inhale, exhale is life itself. And look what I'm getting. This card is orange. This is the sacral chakra again. This card has more yellow in it than anything. So I'm getting also your solar plexus, having the confidence and courage to leave that job, that relationship. Again, this is relationship reading now, but breathe. Just breathe. I did a video on this. This may be the answer to your prayer. Go watch that video on YouTube. It talks all about this stuff right here. Bottom of the deck, look, purple, crown and third eye. Look at that. I will not listen to my thoughts and feelings when I am stressed. I will reflect on my experiences with gentle compassion. Don't judge yourself by how you're feeling. Right? Let me see. I think it's a little bit blurry there. It's so tough when I can't really see myself, but it's a little blurry. That's all right. There we go. It's even better. See, you guys are stressed. When you're stressed in a relationship, you tend to think like the worst case scenario, or you think that, oh my God, this is not going to work out. I'm like, this, I'm not getting out. Again, you're going to have to really be in a calm state to really listen to your intuition, because heightened energies, your nervous system is breaking down. Your mind is going to think the worst, negative thoughts. It's going to think of worst case scenarios. Your feelings, you're like, oh, I'm being betrayed. Oh, you know, maybe this person doesn't love me anymore, or, you know, this is going to go south, or I'm going to be broke, I'm going to be homeless, I'm going to be whatever. Get out of your head, right? You got to get into your heart. I will reflect on my experiences with gentle compassion. Be compassionate with yourself and other people. Calm yourself down. This is why there's a lot of breath work. Just breathe. Watch the prayer video that I got. Just breathe. And when you're in a calmer state, then you can hear your higher self. Then you can connect with God. Then you can really, okay, all right, I'm worrying, I'm stressing, I'm doubting, I'm fearful. Fear, those lower vibrational energies are coming from devil energy. You want to move away from that. You want to move away from that. So the last thing I'm going to do with, okay, I'm going to do what's coming next. What's coming next? What do we need to see before the next eclipse? What's coming next? Before this next eclipse, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, and your Mother Mary, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek, of 100% pure crystalline divine light. please, and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Let's see. Wow. That didn't take long at all. Make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. It's not just making a wish, guys. You have to believe in that wish. You have to believe in that wish. Look at the unicorn. Believe in the impossible. Can you see what else is going on in this card? This is your interactive part of this reading. What else can you see in this card? Whatever else you see is a huge message for you. And I'm not going to tell you what that is. Oh, somebody came in here. Oh, hi, love. You're back in here? I just noticed it. Hi. Are you done? See? What can you see? What else do you see in this card? What else do you see should be a message for you. I don't need to reveal it. Simplify your life. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. Clear out the clutter to include the clutter in your mind. What do you see in this card? What's standing out to you in this card with regards to simplifying your life? What does simplifying your life mean to you? What needs to be cleared out? Are you already getting messages about what you need to declutter? What are you getting? What are you getting? That's going to be a message for you. A lot of you, there's too much going on. Again, this is what's coming next. They want you to clear some stuff out, whatever that means for you, before the 28th of August. Because it's going to make more room for this wish that you want. Some of you, you're all up in your head. Balance the flow of activities. Oh my goodness. What's coming next? Self-forgiveness. This was in my Frivolity Friday reel for today on Instagram. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. God, guys, we're not perfect. Okay? You're doing the best that you can. Don't beat yourself up. Forgiveness is for you more so than for other people. But this is about realizing that we're learning here and we're growing. Some of you are beating yourselves up about something. You didn't do something or you did something. Someone else did something to you, right? Again, my Friday reel that I also posted on YouTube, I just remembered the short. You gotta let go. Let go of the guilt for yourself and the shame. You know, you got to give yourself compassion. Give yourself compassion. We saw that with the relationship, bottom of the deck. I will reflect on my experiences with gentle compassion. Have some compassion for yourself. You did the best that you could. If you don't give yourself compassion and self-love, then that's something you really need to work on. What else do you see in this card? What does self-forgiveness mean for you? Forgiveness sets you free, and it really takes the weight off of your shoulders. Don't judge yourself, and don't judge others. That's the world's biggest problem right now. Compassion and agape love is what's needed from all of us at this time. Now my card went off the camera. Lift up your head. Get out of that cave. Some of you feel like you're not deserving, you're not worthy. Some of you feel like you did something wrong when you really didn't. You did the best that you could. You're learning and you're growing. Maybe some of you continue to make the same mistakes. Maybe you put yourself, your money, or your time and energy into something that really, maybe you realize you shouldn't have. Your intuition said, no, do this, help that person, do that, go that route, leave that relationship, leave that job. And maybe you didn't. It's okay. Maybe you had a mentor or teacher, you were getting guidance on social media, and your gut knew you leave or do this or go this route or believe in yourself or start that business, start that project, and you didn't trust. And something happened. Something happened to some of you during these eclipse seasons. During this, or it's going to happen during this eclipse season. Some of you let your life get so busy. Your house is in shambles. Or you're not asking for help. In whatever way, shape, or form that is. And maybe you were asked to somebody wanted to help you and you didn't go seek their help and you judged them or whatever that is, right? And now you're feeling guilty, you're feeling shameful, like, oh man, now I got myself into this when my gut said, go talk to that person, go forgive that person, go help that person. Ooh, I'm getting some really strong energy. Somebody was reaching out for help. There's something about a suicide here, man. Ooh, that's coming in. I'm not here to put like bad news out there, but somebody needs to hear this, or somebody's in danger of that. If you're needing help, go seek the help, please. Please, please, please. If somebody's reaching out to you and you can sense something with them, whether they're taking a downhill, right, the breathing stuff or whatever, they're not believing in themselves or whatever that is, they don't love themselves, maybe they're getting threats and they're coming to you, like, listen, somebody maybe feels bad for how they treated you or something, whatever that is, please, either you get the help or you need to help this person. Something about like, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. Dude, when we're trying to really be there for people, you can make time. Balance your life out. Wow, that was a pretty heavy one. Okay, so that was what's coming next. Forgiveness is going to be huge because these eclipse seasons will do some miraculous things for you, but you cannot get your heart's desires and you cannot get true love in your life if you don't forgive. You just can't. They are not energetically aligned. Hatred and love do not mix. They do not match. Lack of forgiveness and forgiveness. If you've got lack of forgiveness in your heart, if you don't have that true love in your heart, then how do you expect anyone to love you truthfully? How do you expect to receive the agape love, the true loyalty, right? If you don't have that in your heart space. And when your heart is free and clear of dark energy, lower energy, shadow, lots of shadow in there, you just get the mediocre or you just get the basics. You don't get the upgrades. You don't get the premiums. Like I said, you don't get the blessings of biblical proportion. God, when he looks at our hearts, it's just like, if you want this to happen, you want true love to come in, you want this thing, your heart's desires, that lack of forgiveness block. It's a barrier for that thing coming in. Everything revolves around love. That is the energy of pure manifestation where God will exceed your expectations. If we can't work on that forgiveness thing, it affects our health, it affects our relationships, it affects the world around us, okay? But you also can't beat yourself up for something that you didn't do or you did or someone else did or whatever. We're all learning from each other. And we also need to understand we don't know what the other person is dealing with. Some people project stuff into our lives because they're hurt, because they're stressed, right? It's better to go really sit with that person and say, hey, what's really going on? This is your self-care for the eclipses. Movement. What was I saying about moving? Move, move, move. Hey, Jazzy, is that what that says? Welcome in. How are you? I just saw your text there. Is that number 36? You gotta move. Look at the rainbow energy there. Look, I'll show you my God's Covenant bracelet. Do some yoga. Go run. Go boating. Go walk. Do Tai Chi. Okay? You gotta move around. You gotta shake that energy off. Rip Taylor Swift, shake it off, shake it off. All right. Wow. Connect with crystals. Yes, Yoshi. Even Yoshi's confirming. My cat's confirming. Connect with crystals. Yeah. My energy healing braces, my energy compositions are the shit for that stuff. I give you an energy grid activation to work with, to amplify these energies and remind you of what your soul is capable of, who you really are, to help you connect more to God, to the angels, to the divine. These things are very powerful. I already talked about what I do with these things because they are supposed to help you connect more and to boost your own intuitive gifts and your talents and all that stuff. Connect with crystals. Some of you guys think, oh, whatever, but some of you are too dependent on your crystals, okay? There's something about you really learning how to work with these crystals. Energy activation, right? My crystal bracelets, my energy crystal compositions, they're going to start shifting things for you. Okay? They're going to move some stagnant energy when you work with the energy activations. Or with the affirmations, I should say. The energy grid affirmations. Alright? I'm telling you, these energetic compositions made of like genuine crystals, guys. There's something. There's something otherworldly. But you work with them to connect more, as I said. So work with these. And then the bottom of the deck, I love this. Make a meal. Do something creative. Some of you need to eat more healthfully. You're going out getting fast food all the time or something like that. Make a meal. Yoshi, what's going on? Make a meal, make a meal, make a meal. Cook something. What are you seeing in this card? Is something in this card calling out to you? What are you noticing? What is standing out to you? What is your intuition telling you with whatever's standing out to you? Is that tomato? Is it the avocado? Whatever that is. Is it the tattoo that this hand has? Right? What do you see? What does this make a meal mean for you? I'm hearing making bread with someone, which goes with the forgiveness energy. Right? What are you seeing in these cards? What is calling out to you with regards to your self-care? What is your intuition zapping you about? Okay? What is your intuition zapping you about? Self-care is everything. You gotta move that stagnant energy. You gotta do something. I'm hearing somebody's a dancer. Go back to dancing. Alright, guys. If you're interested in booking an Illuminate Your Well-Being session with me, it gives you an energy boost, gives you encouragement. I reveal things that have been hidden for you, stuff that you don't want to see, that you gotta see to help you heal, to help you grow, to help you evolve, to put some pep back into your step, to put more zest into your life. I'm going to give you guidance on how you can sustain that and you can work towards that. I highly recommend that you book my Illuminate Your Well-Being reading. It's 30 minutes. If you're wondering what the cost, it's under $100, but the investment in yourself is everything. And you can also get an energy composition bracelet. You could bring it with you to any session that you book with me, and I will put some even more powerful energies. We'll charge it together. Okay? It's magnificent. I have other readings, but I'm being guided to tell you to start with my Illuminate Your Well-Being reading. Go to my website, thelifeilluminated.com. Check the description box below for more information on that. We do breath work in those sessions too, okay? So a lot comes through in those 30 minutes. So we're going to get final guidance. And go follow me on Instagram too, because I do some really, really cool stuff on that platform. What's the final guidance for this collective for the eclipses? I saw this card before I even did this live stream. Star into your power. You have all the power and the authority. You are more powerful than you realize. What does this mean to you? It's one thing to step into your power. It's another thing to star into it. You can step and not move. But when you star, you will align yourself with who you really are, your true authentic self, and you start to shine. Wow. You start to shine more. What's going on here? Star into your power. Some of you are going to be literal stars. You're going to be famous. It's the bonus card, guys. It's the bonus card. And when you get the bonus card, this amplifies the next card that comes out with it, but it's amplifying the bottom of the deck. This is double confirmation with the bonus card and telling you this is it. Go for it. Go for. Gopher? Somebody Christopher around here? Somebody likes gophers? Groundhog Day? Bill Murray? That's kind of weird. This is it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Dig in. Dig in. Look. This is double confirmation. This is amplifying the power. Yes. This is double confirmation. This is you to do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. God is going to catch you. The angel's going to support you. Everything's going to be fine. With whatever this means for you. This just do it. Like Nike. Just do it. This is your time. This is your time. But look at the top of the deck. Don't give up. This is just confirmation of what I've been channeling, guys. I'm hearing with the Simplify Your Life, you got to remove some things from your life in order for the bigger, better things to come in. Don't give up. Don't give up. I'm hearing Jason Mraz. I won't give up. That's for somebody. I'm hearing somebody wants to go for a bonus round. Go ask for the bonus, or you're already going to get the bonus. You just have to clear the energy for it. For those of you wanting bonuses or upgrades or promotions or something, for a lot of you, this is holding you back. The lack of forgiveness for quite a bit of you is holding you back from this bonus, from this big thing, the surprise from God. Eclipses can bring major surprises. But if you don't clear the way, you don't clear the energy, you don't remove what is low vibrational, you block yourself. You push it along. You keep yourself from receiving that. God needs you to have that cleared out. And my cat's doing these really cool jumps all over the place. He's excited. Okay, they want me to pull another one. What's underneath? Don't give up. Be honest with yourself. Be honest. Be honest. Oh, Yoshi sounds angry. He's actually having fun, love. He's having fun. He's doing this funny hopping thing. He's confirming. That's what he's doing. That's what my cat Midnight did. Yoshi, our cat's confirming. My partner is here. Yoshi is confirming. Our cat's confirming what I'm channeling in this part of the session. See, he's looking right at me. Oh my God, Yoshida. He's like, yeah. Yep, he moved his ears. Yep, he's giving me confirmation. Oh my God, he's like looking at me. Yeah. Thank you, Yoshida, for the confirmation. All right, guys, that's it. That's all, folks. All right. That's the end of this. I pray this gets sent out to those who really, really, really need to hear this. Lord God, angels, Order of the Seraphim, Order of Melchizedek, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, Legion of Angels, Guardian Angels, Archangels of the highest, pure, crystalline, divine light. May these messages go in the divine timing to those who need to hear them at this time. May they be illuminated. May they be inspired. May they trust their intuition. May they trust what comes through. May they have the courage and confidence to make the changes to better themselves, to better their world, to better their relationships, their environment, their health, and everything in between. May this eclipse season give them enlightenment, illumination, and encouragement to continue on their path. May it help them to do things they've never done. May it help them to expand their consciousness. May it help them to connect more with God as opposed to the perceived notion of who God is, what He is, and what they've been taught since childhood or from religion or society or whatever that is. And it's not just with God, it's about their own world, about who they really are. When you give them the courage and confidence to really dive deep and really be honest with themselves, what they want in life, what they need, what they don't need, who they want, whatever it is, but more is what they truly, truly need in this time. And may they have the courage and confidence to move forward with those changes, to trust in their decisions, to trust in following their heart. May they move away further from the south node and more toward their north node. May they have the courage and the strength and the confidence and the knowing to shine their light, to lead, to star into their power, to lead themselves in the way God is leading them, and to trust God, the divine, the creator, the higher power wholeheartedly. May all these preconceived notions of the higher power, the creator, or God be removed. May the devil rebuke anything that may be inhibiting the divine truth of the people who come across the replay for this live stream, since I'm ending it. May you bless everyone here, and may you give them the peace, the joy, and the pure agape love that they are so deserving of, and that you have always wanted them to have. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, guys, that is it. I wasn't expecting to do that prayer. I'm getting goosebumps right now. Ooh, that's a good one. If you're feeling this high energy, you're feeling illuminated, you're feeling energized, you're feeling peppy, you're ready to go tell it on the mountain. Ooh, wow, that is good. Thank you, God, and the Holy Spirit for that. Again, you want to book something with me, you want to buy an energetic composition, everything's in the description box below. You have any questions about anything, go to my website, thelifeilluminated.com. Fill out a form, connect with me there, ask me some questions, send me an email. I think my email's somewhere. My email's on my website. Again, I'm hearing it. Just follow me on Instagram. I'm doing so many cool things on there, and I'm actually really liking that platform more, but that's just me. I need to do the longer form stuff here, and I can't go live on I can't go live on Instagram yet, so I'm doing the lives here for right now, or when I'm guided. I pray illuminated well-being. Peace be with you. I'm going to have to pull my phone out and do some weird shit to stop the live stream because my rear facing camera is looking at me, and so I'm not going to edit this out. So whatever happens, happens. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Remember to do something fun. And yeah. Whatever came through today, trust in it. Believe in it. Believe in yourself. Believe in what God has revealed to you here today. And yeah, they're having me turn the camera around and pointing to the last cards that I pulled, and we will be done with that. I love you with the love of Christ consciousness, and God willing, I will see you for another live stream when I'm guided. Enjoy! Do, 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 do.